I had meant to summon my father only long enough to see what his head looked like. But now he was here and I did not know how to send him back. It all started the Thursday that Father Ignatius came from Immaculate Conception in Kitgum. The old women wore their Sunday frocks.
Were you expecting a bigger audience, or do you much prefer the intimate setting?
I love the intimate setting. It's smaller than I expected, and that's nice to feel closer to the audience.
Right.
Like, you can feel the audience. You can get the, I don't know, a deeper connection.
Right. No, Eve is upset that her colleague gets to see Barack Obama today.
Yes. Do you know how we've been chasing him? It's like he has a
If you were to see Barack Obama now, what would you tell him?
We have the Obama memorabilia from Africa collection, along with his father's book. One of only two known. Yeah. And then besides, he studied under my father's portrait at Harvard Law School.
And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that reality is very relative, and I'm very drawn to that as in my fiction. So not just in this story, but even in the novel that I'm working on. I hope for more exchanges between Africans themselves, in translating African languages into other African languages or into English. I'd love to see more exchanges between Anglophone and Lusophone and Francophone Africa. I'd love to see more people writing in Swahili and Yoruba and Lingala and Zulu and Luganda or Sukuma, all these African languages.
You mentioned Edwidge Dantikata as one of your literary influences. What are some of the literary techniques that you may have been influenced by her as well?
I don't know what techniques specifically, but what I think I learned from her was how to use emotions and also how to use silence to speak very loud words, and how the things that you withhold are the things that speak the loudest words.
I wasn't sure for a long time, and that's a kind of scary feeling because you're working with it and you're working so hard.
Why is that?
Well, I've heard that chunks of concrete have been falling off of the dome.
Whoa!
Oh!
Wow!
We act like it's doomsday.
Exactly, it's apocalypse time.
Ooh!
Statue of Freedom on top of the Capitol.
Yeah, nice little room. Nice little place to feel important.
Wasn't it Mrs. Whittle?
Mrs. Whittle, Gertrude Whittle, who brought her furniture up here when she moved to nursing home and demanded it be put up in this office. So it's colonial revival furniture. It's nice. It's nice.
After the reading at the Library of Congress, we ventured off to the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art to check out the Divine Comedy exhibit curated by Simone Njami. The Divine Comedy, Heaven, Purgatory, and Hell, was revisited by 40 contemporary African artists from 19 African countries. At the museum, we also saw the very compelling documentary Finding Priya Ramaka, which focused on the Kenyan photojournalist of Indian descent, one of the first Africans to work for Life and Time magazine. Later in the afternoon, we took part in the Global Citizen 2015 Earth Day Festival, which drew over 100,000 people. Headliners included Usher, No Doubt, and several others, but after a day filled with intellectual stimulation, we couldn't break from analyzing the festival itself, the facade of ending world poverty, and it looks like we weren't the only ones viewing the festival differently, but we danced anyway. Fale Ipupa, the African artist from Congo, certainly made dancing easy. It encouraged Okwiri to seek out fellow Africans in the crowd to dance with. The afternoon spent with Okwiri Odour was exactly that, a non-stop dance through the mind, body, and spirit.
And dance, dance. Africa, viens danser. Europa, viens danser. Amérique.